What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to do another full house cleaning to test vacuum cleaning performance. And this time I thought I would feature Old Blue here, my late 70s Royal Model 880. After recently doing a full house cleaning with my Royal Classic Edition 9700, it has inspired me to get this old thing out and do a full house cleaning video on it. Now, I already did one of my mid-70s Royal 880 that unfortunately I don't have anymore. But when I had that one, I did the test after rigging a Kirby bag system on that one. This one just has the standard Royal Type A top fill bag, but only this time I am running a HEPA Eureka F&G outer bag. These are made, and they are made by a company called Vacuum America Clean. And because Royal Type A bags are getting harder and harder to find these days, Eureka F&Gs will work. And since I found out that a generic company makes HEPA cloth bags for these, I thought, why not run it in this guy? So just like the other 880, this one does have, if the lighting will show, this does have a 3 amp motor. It's pretty small for one of these, but that was typical of the Royals of the late 70s. And this one has a single row brush roll, very reminiscent to that of a Kirby. But you will notice how long the bristles are. I mean, compared to most Kirbys that I've had with the similar brush roll, they don't nearly stick out this far beyond the base plate of the cleaner. So this thing definitely has a bit of an edge. And don't let the softness of the bristles fool you. This thing has amazing agitation even for a soft bristle brush roll, and that's mostly due to how far they stick out beyond the base plate. My other 880 was no different. So pretty much the only difference this is going to have over the other 880 is the bag system being Eureka F&G. So it pretty much has the same belt system on this, or excuse me, same motor and same fan as the other one. So the fan on this is a 6-bladed fan. So yeah, it doesn't make as much airflow with this low RPM 3 amp motor. And I've been debating on toying around the idea of swapping the fan in this to a 9-bladed fan, which I don't know if that's doable or not. It might fit, and it would be a nice upgrade to one of these with the 3 extra vanes to compensate for the low RPMs that this 3 amp produces, and it'll probably produce a little bit more airflow with that fan. So it's just an idea. I still like the way these 6-blade fans sound when they're running, the 3 amp, 4.5 amp, and the 5.4 and 6 amps that use the same fan. But there's also a 5.4 I know that takes the 9-blade. So that's just an idea for right now. But for the time being, let's go ahead and get to full house cleaning with this guy. Alright, now we're all plugged in. Let's go ahead and give Old Blue a chance to stretch her legs. love this vacuum. It's so pleasant to use. Definitely sounds nice when you're using it. But unfortunately, this puts out a quite unpleasant smell. I'm thinking I might have to tear down the motor and remedy that one of these days, because this thing's just old and tired. And as far as grooming action goes, this does groom surprisingly pretty nice. The agitation is quite impressive for something that has a single row brush roll, and that's mostly due to how far the bristles stick out beyond the base plate. But my theory of why they're sticking out that far is they're mostly compensate for the lackluster airflow that this motor with 6 amp or 6 blade fan produces. It is surprisingly pretty good, but power wise, compared to today's Royals before the line was discontinued, it's not really that great. I mean, it would definitely outperform an Auric, that's for sure. And you definitely feel that it has some power behind it, but we'll just see how all these numbers stack up when the full house cleaning is all done with. So let's continue on. Contrary to the modern and more powerful all-metal Royal uprights, they may not be that useful on these types of area rugs because they're so powerful. Not these guys. These would have no problem with being used with area rugs like these. I was so skeptical about using my 9700 because of how powerful it was. But this one is perfectly fine. But I think I may have to lower the carpet height adjustment a bit. And just like that, full house cleaning is all complete. Off camera, I did readjust the carpet height back down to this pile of carpet, which is my only gripe against the machine, is the infinite carpet height adjustment, and that's kind of a gripe to any Royals that use these. They're not very easy to adjust, mostly because their nozzle design doesn't allow them to sit like perfectly flush against the carpet so that it seals down and gets the best airflow. Because the brush roll mostly won't let that happen because of how far the bristles stick out. But this is such a pleasant cleaner to use. Definitely sounds nice. It's not overly loud like its successors, but because of how small and how slow the motor turns, and also add on to the fact that this has a 6-bladed fan, this is by no means a powerhouse. But I do think if this had like 3 more blades on the fan and maybe a dual row brush roll with stiffeners, this would probably be a much better cleaner. Probably be on par with the later model Royals. So now comes the disorienting part of any of these cleaners that run the F&G bags, and that is to get this guy out and see what this thing picked up so I can show it to you guys. All right, now the way I do this, because my phone is small enough, my other hand steady so that I can catch it, so you can see the, almost there, results. At least the bottom part of the results. I am probably going to need to pause the video and go back and look at a lot of these results and also clean my camera off. So what you saw right there were the results of how well this thing did in a week's worth of full house cleaning, which to my surprise was better than I expected. There was quite a bit of fibrous material from the downstairs rug, but not nearly as much as the 9700. But also, what was pretty surprising for me to see is how much pet hair this thing picked up for being a single row brush roll. So this thing, like I said, is no means a powerhouse. Unfortunately, I didn't see as much fine dust in there compared to some others. But compared to others, this thing does fantastic with topical dirt. Like I said, it will probably do better if it could be retrofitted with a 9-blade fan and double row brush roll. But with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this full house cleaning with the Royal 880. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.